Brett Moyer is joining us right now to talk about everything that's cool that's happening in the world of Chevrolet. And you just mentioned something to us a couple seconds ago that Chevrolet is doing that is really neat.
Yeah, the commercials, if you haven't seen them, they're really interesting, but they're real people. They're not actors. They've got, in some of them, they've got an actor leading it, but they're real people, real live deals.
So you can see who really drives a Chevrolet.
Yeah, exactly, and learn some really cool things about it.
All right, I think we have a couple clips from some of these commercials. So they bring people in, where they're auditioning people here, real people, not actors. There you go.
Get some testimony.
We'll be talking about.
Yeah, those are neat vehicles, by the way.
I'm sure everybody recognizes.
And they sit them down and chat with them a little bit, and they get their feedback as to what's going on with Chevrolet. Is this the one where they were talking about, you know, guess who has the like 4G inside the car, who has internet inside the car?
Well, this one here, I think they're talking to the customers about diagnosing problems and, you know, how they can all do it, and then what it comes down to, they tell them that the vehicle actually diagnoses all these problems, so you don't need to worry about it.
Oh, wow. And get the response then.
Yeah.
Oh, that's neat. What an interesting concept. And these look like the average everyday person that walks into Karl Chevrolet, doesn't it?
They are, yeah.
So how long have these been running?
Probably about 30 days. In fact, it started at the beginning of this month.
That's a neat way to see what real people who drive the cars look like.
Yeah.
They want them to work on that motor.
Yeah, they're all like nervous, no.
That is really neat. So overall, the best-selling vehicle over at Karl Chevrolet is?
Oh, geez. I'd say it's probably the Silverado.
Still the Silverado?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
But you said there's some 2014s that are going to be getting a great deal going on.
Yeah, we've got something really special going on the 2014 Corvettes, and that's a vehicle that normally isn't discounted because you don't have to.
If you see the small print on some of these things, all the great deals that are going on, usually in the real tiny print, it'll say Corvettes excluded.
Exactly. And right now we've got, I think, 8 2014 Corvettes, and they're really specced out neat. They've a popular option is the Z51, which gives you a little bit different suspension, different wheel, different tire, and we've got some of those, and they're a little bit hard to find, but we're discounting them all 10% off MSRP, and that's kind of unheard of.
Now, tell everyone what MSRP is.
That's the list price from the factory, what the window sticker reads.
The window sticker.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. And that's the suggested retail price.
Exactly.
That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
Hey,
all right, so now, suggested retail, how much of a savings are we talking here when it comes to the Corvette?
We're talking $6,000 to $7,000.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's quite a chunk.
Yeah, it really is. And like I said, it's a vehicle that normally isn't even discounted just because they're not, they don't have a high availability of them.
Mm-hmm. But you guys get the additional cars because of the volume you guys do, right?
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Now, home sales tend to rev up this time of year. Do car sales as well when spring comes around? Do people get itchy?
There's a little bit more activity, but we're pretty consistent through the year. And a lot of people say that they gauge the economy by car sales and how they're going, and they're going well.
Good.
Yeah.
That's always good to hear.
Excellent. But if you're just paying attention, next time you see a commercial for Chevrolet, just realize those are real people that are doing the commercials now too.
And they come with some really neat ones. I'm not sure which 3 that they showed there, but the one.
Well, here's another one here.
Let's see what this one.
63.
Are you married?
Yes, I'm married.
Happily?
Take a gander here to try to figure out which one these are. But they got the little name tags on there. That's good. But you say one lead actor, and then everybody else is just customers.
Yeah, and they don't know what's going on. They're just rounded up to come to this
Too much
setting.
information. What we understand is what this one is called. Too much information.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. I never wear underwear.
Who's the worst looking person?
They're asking them all kinds of questions, and one of them was, do you wear underwear? And that's too much information. And what they're saying is the vehicle can give you all the information.
Social Security number?
Chevrolet knows if I'm wearing underwear or not?
No.
That's amazing, Brett. That's the first time I ever heard that, ladies and gentlemen. Because with the 4G in there, you never know what's going on. And I saw that commercial too.
Next time
That's what I was talking about, where they say, okay, which car company came out with the internet in your cars? Like, at a normal basis, they're guessing like Mercedes or Beamer or something like that, and it's like it's Chevrolet. Sorry, guys.
Yeah. And they go around and ask quite a few questions that you would think a higher line vehicle not that Chevrolet isn't, but they put some of the vehicles up there, and Chevrolet is at the top of all these things they're talking about.
Yeah, so if you thinking about getting yourself a new ride, we suggest you ride up north a little bit from Des Moines. Exit 90 at the Rock on Oral Labor Road. That's Karl Chevrolet, of course. Now, this time of year, before we let you go, I know this wasn't on the agenda, but a lot of people saying, okay, we need to do a little maintenance. We need to do a little spring, getting ready for the spring and summer, but I don't have a Chevy. Is that okay to bring it to Karl?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We welcome that.
Okay, so come on over and they'll take care of you.
Welcome it and encourage it, and then hopefully we'll get a relationship going with you and be your dealer.
Sure.
There it is.
Makes sense.
And next thing you know, they're going to stick you inside of a cruise and let you go driving around for a couple of days and you own one. So,
you know, one more thing about putting somebody in a vehicle to drive, we've talked about it a little in the past, but the Chevy Experience, we've got that going. And what that means, if you're interested in a vehicle, sometimes you're a little bit unsure if that's the right one. Well, we can put you in a particular vehicle for 3 to 4 days and see if the fit's right for you.
yeah, run it through its paces. You know, using it every day, Jackie. You know,
See if it fits in the garage. You know, little things. I mean, you know, what can you get in the back? All that stuff. That's important.
And then if that one doesn't work, we'll move down the line.
swap it for something else. And if you're having your vehicle worked on, this could be a good time to jump into one.
Absolutely.
All right.
A great time for that. Even if your wheels aren't really turning on it, test it out
Check
anyway.
it out anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, take advantage of it.
There you go.
All right, man. Well, we'll see you Friday night.
All right.
All right, buddy. Take it easy.
Thanks.
Thanks, Brad.
It's 7:51. We'll be right back. Totally serious news coming up next.